Hello, my name is Kat, and I'm answering a question from Tana Limas regarding a man or boy that she knows and likes, and she wants to know if he likes her back because he's giving her mixed signals. Now, the first part of that answer is with the Earth Queen, and this is a card that speaks of, yes, he likes you. He actually thinks you're quite pretty. Now, I don't think he's ready to love you, but there is an attraction there. So this is good. It's definitely not hopeless, all right? He does like you. Now, I also feel that along with this question, part of the delay would appear to be because of the people he's kind of hanging out with. So, yeah, there's some growth that still needs to be accomplished here. More on his end than on yours. All right? Now, the next part of this answer is the Sun card. Now, this is a card that, in the figurative term, this possible relationship is a budding one. That means there's warmth here. So again, yes, he does like you. And there's some respect there. Now, having said that, again, there's other people that are involved. I do believe that's what's causing the mixed signals. Either his friends or the people he's hanging out with don't think you're pretty enough, and they're influencing him. And that's when he more backs away, ignores you, that type of thing. The rest of the time, more or less when he's by himself, he gives you this basic signals of the fact that yes, he does like you. And yes, he would like to get to know you more. So, with the card signaling basking in the sun, enjoying the company of each other. So yes, there is a potential future with this person and you. So definitely don't give up hope. Things are going to be getting a little easier between the two of you. And I do see progress, definite change, as he tires of being around these other people. This is signified, again, with this card, having other people around. And it's around him. So yes, they are influencing him by their actions, their statements. And he is still so, I guess, vulnerable to what they think, that yeah, that's where the mixed signals are coming from. Okay? So, now the final part of this answer, and I do think you'll like it, is the Ace of Fire. Now this card is a yes, and that's pretty much automatic for you. It signifies he does like you, and the signals he's giving you are genuine. They are somewhat creative, and that sounds kind of, I guess, confusing. But what that means is that, again, the signals he gives you, sometimes even around these other people, is one like a smile or a wave, a kind of insignificant wave. If he moves his hand kind of side to side, yes, that is a wave, and it is meant for you. So there's the creativity. Your job is not to show that you are attracted to him, not overtly anyway. I mean, like watching every move, going where he goes, things like that. And I mean, you've got your own ideas, okay? So your creative part is to show, when you are around him, a nod, a smile, giving him acknowledgement that you see him. And with the smile, you're telling him you like him. So that's good. Now, the not so good point with this card and this part of the answer is that, yes, there is somewhat of a delay, which means you may have to wait several months before you get the results that you're wanting. All right? That's where he gives you undivided attention, no matter who's around. All right? So, yes, there is definite hope, and I do encourage you to be patient and actually do some prayers. Ask for things to work well with this young man, so that when you two are together, it is meaningful, not just for the moment. He's got to grow up a bit and not rely on all of his friends or people he's around to influence him. He's got to be able to think for himself, do for himself, and if these other people don't like it, that's their problem. And that takes a little more maturity. Okay? So, yes, there is a delay, but it's not a huge one. It's not like you would have to wait years. Yeah, you might have to wait several months. So it's okay. All right? You will actually enjoy talking with him, asking him to be a little more consistent as you get to know him more. Don't jump in and announce that you need him to be more consistent, because you need to get to know each other more. Find out if you really, really want him in your life. Follow your gut instinct and make that determination, again, for yourself. Okay? I think you'll enjoy this little journey. Right? Enjoy. And I thank you for asking those questions. Goodbye. Hello, my name is Kat, and I'm doing a reading for Kitka about her ex, Sarab, and you are wanting to know if I thought he would be coming back to you, and you add that he dumped you. Well, let's see what the cards have to say and go from there, right? Now, the first card is the Two of Sea. This is a card that speaks of union, so it tells me that while the two of you were together, it was very good. It was what the two of you had apparently talked about a future together in so many words, maybe not exactly, but it was out there. Now, I have to say, at that point, he loved you. I don't know that he was madly in love with you, but he does love you. Now, he also apparently likes to get his own way, and that may have created other problems. So with the next card, and this one it's a good one. It's Grace, and what that shows is judgment, in a way. It's making sound judgments, walking a fine line between right and wrong, and how often you can be swayed by either way. So you have to make a decision. What are you going to do? All right, now how this applies to you and Sarab is that I believe and I feel that he was actually trying to save you from additional hurt. And what that stands for is, if he had stayed with you and cheated on you, you would have felt much worse than you do right now. So by his leaving, he decided he was actually saving you from that pain. So in his eyes, he was doing the right thing. He didn't want to cheat on you. You didn't deserve that. So he's done the best he could do with his decisions. I'm not saying it's easy, and it's definitely uncomfortable. I gotta add, very unpleasant. But it seems to actually be paying off for you, because you will be stronger. You will be able to handle, relationships better. And so again, he may have actually done you a good service. Now here's the interesting part, okay? With the next card, which with the other two cards, I was not sure what to expect. And when I got this, it just kind of put everything back into order. All right? That card is the Seven of Earth. Now, this card says patience. You will get what you're hoping for, wanting, needing. It just takes time. All right? So, if you're really sure you want Saurabh back with you, with the history that's already there, you will have your opportunity. Now, it may take several months, and here's the not so pleasant end of that. Yes, it may only take a few months. On the other side of that, it could take a couple of years. He's got to find out what a treasure you are. Not were, but are. And so he's got to experience some of the really nasty relationships out there in order for him to come back. So yes, if you are patient and ready to wait, he'll be back. And I think that's going to kind of do two things for you. One, it will be a trust issue. And two, are you sure you want him back? Maybe there's a why in there. Do you want to punish him? Yeah, that would be natural feelings. Do you want to love him? Do you want to forgive him? Or do you want to understand him? Now, those last four, you can kind of blend in all together. All right? So it's just kind of like, what is your goal with all of this? The ultimate answer for you, though, is a resounding yes. He will try to come back. It's all up to you, dear. You can let him back in and be happy, or you can shove him, lock him out the door, and say, never again, you hurt me too bad. Either way, you will get your opportunity to tell him either side of that issue. Okay? So it'll be all right. You'll find out what his intentions were when he left. All right? As I say, we started out with great love. He had a very tough decision, didn't want to hurt you, and yet he realized he had to hurt you. All right? There was no good result with this. At the time, he would have cheated on you. All right? And he didn't want to do that to you. You didn't deserve that. That's why he ended it with you. And now he gets to find out the mess he made. So, I guess enjoy him when he comes back and see what actually happens, how you feel. Okay? It'll be all right. And yes, he will amaze you. He'll explain. All right? Now, I do wish you well, and I do thank you very much for your question, and I do hope I answered it for you well. All right? So you take care, and hope to hear from you soon. Thank you. Bye. Hello, my name is Kat, and I'm answering a question from Mosali about your ex-boyfriend who left you because he claims that he got another woman pregnant. Now, you doubt that. You think he's lying, and you further ask, will he ever come back to you? Because you love him so much. Now, the answer to those questions is answered with these cards. The 9 of C, which is essentially remembering all the good times, the things you've shared, the things you wanted, that he may even have claimed he wanted too. And that changed. Now, apparently, yes, he did get another woman pregnant. He's not lying about that. And in that process, yes, he did hurt you very much, almost being cold to you. That is portrayed by the sky Tom. Now, this card does signify almost a survival instinct. He wasn't and isn't sure that he wants to come back. And when you just think about it, you had some pretty good times. But he feels some kind of obligation to this other woman, and he thinks he has to stick it out. Now, when you ask, will he ever come back to you? I believe, yes, he will. My thing, and it again is answered by this card, I do believe he's running from this other woman because she's not quite as she projected herself to be. As he finds out that truth, yes, he will try and come back to you. My problem, and it will turn into your problem, is that in all likelihood, he will not stay with you again because he's not overly truthful, and therefore he will hurt you again. Now, I know you love him, but I want to save you from this, right? The final card up is the 9 of Sky. Now, this card indicates basically your life would contain or have a nightmare or two because of this. First, you don't know for sure that when he comes back, he is honest about his feelings about what happened. Second, will he do it again? Now, the answer to those is no, he would not stay with you. It might even be a year that he would stay with you, which would lure you into kind of a sense of security. And then you would do this again. This is not a man who can be faithful, at least not at this stage of his life. And I know you love him. I would not recommend taking him back when he tries. Basically, no matter what he says. And that is because you will not be able to trust him or believe him. So, yes, he will do it again. And I would rather save you from that extra pain. It hurt enough when he did this now, but it would be worse having him do it again. That would be proving to you he does not love you, and I doubt that he ever has loved anyone, not even himself. And you don't need that. By letting him go, letting him free to do what he's got to do, including his obligations to this other woman. And trust me, he will bleed him dry. And yeah, if you take him back, I would greatly expect that he will end up getting you to pay for him anything this woman wants. And that's not fair to you. That again would indicate a nightmare. That you can't get away. Now, during the light of day, yeah, you might be able to handle it better. But it still comes down to you will not be able to trust him. And that's hard to take, I know. I know you love him. But he's not worthy at this point in his life of your love. He's strictly a user. So, yes, you're better off without him. And consequently, you will find, giving yourself time to heal, that yes, there is a better man coming into your life even later this year. And yes, he will actually do something grand, not just to convince you to be with him, but to have every intention, every feeling of learning to know you and making a future commitment with you, treating you very well. So take this as a solid lesson. Try to be as happy as you can. Alright? I know it hurts, but you'll be okay. Good job. Thank you, Masali, for asking me questions. I hope I did well for you.